Hello and welcome to a Pastiche of Life blog. This is Derm for Pastiche of Life. Here to talk to you about my first day at QCon. Never been to QCon previously. I've been in Belfast for a good few years, but never really took part in and went down to it. This year I had the opportunity to go down and I'm having a good time so far. Ended up going in early enough today to go and get pre-regged in. Queues were absolutely insane. Well, whenever I say insane, they were very busy and they got bigger. And I was kind of happy that I came in early enough that I actually got stuck in small queues that were still able to go outside because the weather itself has turned nasty. It looked pretty good out during the day, but then it's been raining pretty much most of the evening, which did keep everybody inside, so you had a lot of people milling about. But I think it actually probably turned a few people off from actually coming back down again if they had to go up to their accommodation and stuff. So hopefully, like, tomorrow's going to be more insane because it's a properly full packed day of events. So I'll get to those whenever I get to the point of talking about tomorrow. But what I did today was from 7 o'clock onwards there was anime showings upstairs, which I went up to take a check out too, but I missed the one I wanted to see, so I just kind of wandered around a bit and got distracted. So I decided to actually check out the the console and arcade floor, which was also at a shopper's floor and an artist alley, which was pretty cool. Ended up doing a little bit of shopping, got a couple of bits and pieces. In fact, doing the quick turnaround here and actually doing the pull out. Let's see, what did I buy today? Oh, of course, getting your free con bits and pieces as well. Nice little burst angel. Draw a picture there. Kind of cool. Very sadomasochistic in the bondage design, as you can see. Ooh. But that's just promo materials for MBN. But what I did purchase today was, in fact, this. If you can't see it properly because of the picture being very, you can see it there a little bit better. Make a better look at the artwork in the back of it. This is actually Lee C. Young. I've read other stuff by him. I can't remember. I think it was like something Hotel or Hotel Africa. I think that was the one it was called. But I've read some of this stuff before. Looking forward to actually digging into this. Managed to pick this up in a second hand from a lady who was actually also selling craft work and stuff as well. Nice lady, great price. I also picked up one of these, which is also hiding inside my bag. It is issue 1 of Zen Pop. They're actually selling all 5 issues that have actually come out of this. They're a small studio company. They do do small short mangas that are followed from week to week. Let's see here. And then they also have drawing tutorials, which are kind of cool, which is useful for me because I have no idea what I'm doing most of the time. So there we go. Skin shading, kind of something that probably much everybody needs to know how to do. That's all I purchased for the day. Took a good look around the stalls. There's a lot of stuff for sale. Mostly tabletop gaming, which at the moment I've actually spent a while on money because I've got a currently running DMing a game of D&D with the rest of my friends. So I didn't really want to spend any more money on that because I want them to spend the money on it now at this point because I spent way too much. Moving on quickly, arcade games. They were packed and busy. Didn't get a chance to play anything because I didn't want to kind of push in. I didn't know what the properties were. I didn't know how long I would have to wait between people playing it. But saw Street Fighter 4 or Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition with the new characters added in. It was Yun Yang, a new version of Akuma and of Ryu, which, to be honest, like as an expansion pack, fair enough, grand. But like Yun and Yang, great characters, and glad to see them back from after their appearance in Street Fighter 3. But I'm not really fussed on an evil Ryu or evil Akuma because we've seen it. Like, I've seen it before, like playing through Mugen games and whatever else. In fact, I would be more interested in seeing a Mugen game that was actually using like Street Fighter 3 graphics and stuff. But I mean, fair enough, I decided it. They had MAME consoles up. I was sitting watching people playing Sonic, which a nice retro feel to it. But the one that stood out for me was Child of Eden. Shoot 'em up in the same style as Rez. Fantastic idea. I love that synthesia thing with every shot is a beat to the tune and it all has this kind of weird rhythmic sense to it, actually being an optimal method of playing it. Only problem was they're playing it with the Kinect. I'm grand enough with motion sense controls. I think that I like the idea of actually having one for open hand for moving around and actually taking straight shots and then using that for the bombs. So you end up actually essentially grabbing everything that's on the screen in front of you and of course blocking my own face. But I would honestly see it being a lot better on a gamepad. Just my personal preference. If you haven't seen Child of Eden yet, I will be dropping a link under here. Like, as you can see, it's probably just popped up. Link to the video or link to the 2 trailers, so you'll get the chance to watch that at least. Give it a try out. If you haven't seen Rez, bam, there's a video for Rez as well. So make sure you enjoy it. I think it's a fantastic game. There was a bit of jokiness about it. Remember whenever it came out for the PS2, they had the trance vibe button that came with it, which was actually meant to be kind of like a extra sensory thing that actually vibrated in time with the game. And then the Xbox, they kind of took that to another end where they turned it all 4 controllers into one, so that whenever you played with one controller, the other 3 danced around the table. Interesting to say the least, and disturbing in their also use. I'm pretty sure somebody misabused that. I'm probably, if you look at RedTube, I'm sure you'll find it on there. I'd say that, Chalavine. Oh yes, I spent the rest of my evening down in Mandela Hall playing Rock Band. There's a few photographs probably going to be running up onto the QCon Facebook and whatever else. Look out for me. I'm in my typical red Chinese jacket. I'm not wearing it now because I'm back home and making myself comfortable. But you'll recognise it, you'll spot me, and you'll see my gleaming face running around like a lunatic. Tomorrow, there's a video going up of me and a few people playing Seamus, all of this, up on stage, and me giving it hell for leather on the microphone while I was singing, so I look forward to watching that. I'll be posting it up as soon as I get my hands on the raw data of it. Again, tomorrow there is actually a Rock Band tournament as well. Made a decision to enter it, I don't know, I'm looking forward to doing it, but it looks like I'm going to have to sing, so it's going to sound awful. May not win, but we might try and do it with class, get around the stage, jump around, have a good time, so look out for that tomorrow as well, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to record that. If I'm getting up on stage to compete, I'm going to be recording that shit. After that, not really that much to say that I did today, because it wasn't really that eventful. Tomorrow is going to be interesting. Tomorrow, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning, there's the Great Anime Treasure Hunt, which I doubt I'm going to get a chance to properly take part in, because I'll be in at the QED talks and panels all day. There's pretty much every panel that's on I'm going to be going to. Most of the, definitely the game development ones, the artificial reality gaming, anything that I suppose I want to learn to use myself, especially the self-publishing about games as well. So I'll be going to a lot of those. I'll be going to the panels as well. Hopefully, I'm kind of hoping, I don't know, I need to check for permission. I have to go through like the QCon handbook to find out about this, but I'm pretty sure I can record it and give it, well, I don't know if I can put it online, but I can record it and give it to the QCon personnel, and then maybe, because I recorded it, I can get permission to upload it. Keep an eye on the channel, keep an eye on the blog, keep an eye on my Facebook, keep an eye on everything really that I'm going to be posting stuff onto, and you will get to see footage of people discussing some of the most important things about gaming. There's a couple of panels in the evening, the new and brightest of E3. I'm kinda over it now. E3, all the games are released. I've watched as much footage as I'm possibly going to watch. There probably will be an E3 video from me at some point whenever like the cams come down and you can sit down and after. I've watched the Sony and Xbox presentations. I haven't watched the Sony and Microsoft presentation, sorry, but I didn't watch the Nintendo one yet. But at the same time, I was annoyed about that with the whole Wii U anyway. So the limitations of the technology that they didn't explain at the time, which they should have made clearer and all that with the new console. But beyond that, chatting about game development, chatting about the demonstrations, the talks, the panels that are going to be on tomorrow. Looking forward to that. I think it's a great idea. It's one of those things that that's what I thought a con was about. I didn't know it was about shopping. I didn't know it was about gaming. I didn't know it was actually about setting up. I knew that it was events that happened, but this seems to be actually a newer thing to the QCon. The quid ergo demonstratum. The fact that they haven't, I don't know if they've done it before, but if they had, it didn't seem to be as big as this. The fact they've got the entire day and they've got the speakeasy blocked out for it. So I will be watching as much of that as I possibly can. I will probably blog about it if I'm not allowed to show the video itself. If I'm not allowed the video at all, I'm pretty much going to be taking notes. So hopefully you'll get to see that tomorrow. Also tomorrow evening, if people want to keep track of me, like I said, I'm going to be in the speakeasy bar all day for the talks and panels, but in the evening there is the pub quiz downstairs, and there's also the QCon club, which is going to be interesting. Geekery music and alcohol being served at the same time. Could be dangerous, could be interesting, could be very fun, and I'm going to be there at that. I probably have to miss the pub quiz because of the Rock Band tournament. We'll see what happens. There will be posts up on Facebook and Twitter saying whether or not I'm going to make it to whatever else, but you'll find me. I'll be there all day, so if you see me about, do stop me and ask for if we chat as well, because at the same time as I wouldn't mind getting a few vox pops from people at the show, see what their opinions are, especially get to ask questions of people that have been to the con a few years ago or been to the con over and over again, and they could tell me a bit of the difference it's been, because like I said, first timer, so everything's new and shiny and bright to me, but to you it could have actually just all turned a little bit sour and grey. I already had one experience that I actually had with a friend of mine who was at the show this year, and he was here to see a lot of the anime stuff. And with the problems with the elevators in the building, he can't get to see the top floor of the building. Like there's the lift that's broken. It's the one that goes up to the 3rd floor. The one that he needs is broken because the other one only goes to the 2nd. So I hope they solve a problem for him and get him up to the show, because like he came down for one thing and it's literally the one part of the building he can't get into. So if anything, that would be my only complaint, that the lifts broke down whenever they were expecting them to be working, and they didn't think of any kind of workaround. Whenever I was literally standing next to him and he just told me, and I went, well, why don't they build a ramp from the 2nd floor to the 3rd floor and let you take the lift onto the 2nd floor and then use the push ramp that actually would be available? That would comply with health and safety and anything else, especially if it was well prepared. Now if they tried to put it in, it would be too hastily prepared and they wouldn't have a chance to actually get it working properly. And but at the same time, what would happen if there was a fire or anything else in the lifts were not usable? There's no other way for them to get down, so they should probably have some kind of system of rampage to get up and down those floors. Sad. It's a sad situation, but at the same time I'd love to see it resolved. So outside of that, have yourselves a good night's sleep. I'm going to try and get to my bed. I'm going to try and get rest and relaxed for 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I've got so much more stuff to do, plus I need to edit this. You'll see the timestamp whenever I post it up onto YouTube or wherever else I put it onto to actually share it around. So have yourselves a good night. See you all tomorrow. QCon is fantastic. Having a great time. Rock on.